It feels like after a certain point, you just start looking at life differently. And for me, it was around, I want to say my mid 20s, my adventure begun with all that. Like, when did it all go down? Basically, I was in a relationship and things were all right, but I always had this feeling deep down that it wasn't the best. And it wasn't, anything to put on my partner at the time, because honestly, she was genuinely loving, nice, caring, compassionate. I want to say it was honestly more in my mindset at the time, being young and dumb. I fucked it up for myself. And, we have to come to those realizations as we get older. But, it was after that point, moved away, started to try to change how I view things in life and slowed down, which was one other big thing. Life, you're always moving so fast, you never get that time to just slow down and think like you deserve. So I can understand how some people are the way they are. They always seem to be angry in a rush, and that's because they never just took that time. It's like just breathe, just take one day to do nothing, bro. Just take a day to go vibe and do nothing, and I promise you, it'll all work out. Because once you start to look at life, as not so much a seriousness or have this, how do I say it? You stop taking life so seriously. Like, because ultimately, whether you choose to believe it or not, life is kind of a game. You just, are forced to play. But once you start looking at it like that, and you become, let's say, the dungeon master, so to speak. You begin to make the rules. Once you've overcome this mindset of woe's me and shit, because that's what's really keeping you trapped. Once you've overcome that, and you start to want to just grow and not so much care about how you grow. I mean, how do I explain it? Yes, you want to grow, but the way you grow is always going to be different. You know what I mean? Like, you never know where inspiration is going to strike you or how it may come by. But if you keep yourself in that open mind frame and are always in a good environment, like let's say you go to the park, the beach, like you're always just being open to whatever may come. It's just the first step. You know what I mean? Once you've gotten there, you can move on to the next step, which is just, inflicting those changes that you want. Because good Lord knows it is not easy. And I know. But you have to let go of that mindset and just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna just be. Even if you have to fake it till you make it, just be. Like, don't dwell too hard on it. Don't always try to have it in the back of your mind. Like, oh my god, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is happening. Oh my gosh. Like, you gotta just slow your brain down. Go for a walk. Chill. Just breathe and don't think about anything but what's in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, just let go. Be responsible, but just let go for a second and realize there's time, there's the next day. Is it hurting me right now in this moment? Am I really hurting? You know what I mean? If the answer is no, then that means you have time. You can go do whatever. You have time to go change it. As long as you're not sitting there dwelling on it, because when you're dwelling on it, you're just wasting time. You know what I mean? Because that in itself is just you sitting there in a repetitive cycle in your mind, going through a loop you didn't even know you were stuck in. Once you break out of that loop, you're like, oh shit, hold up. I can see. We can fight. Everything just comes back to you. It's once you realize, you have the freedom to really do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know who's telling you guys like you have to be doing this, you know what I mean? Like you have to be doing that. Which is another thing, like, you don't have to be doing shit anyone says but you, bro. Like, yeah, everybody's gonna come solicit their fuck ass advice when you didn't ask for it, tell you to do this, want to make you feel bad for doing this. But guess the fuck what? Follow your own advice, bro. I mean, if it's good advice. Somebody's trying to give you way better advice, for the situation, follow that. But you know what I mean. Like if somebody's trying to tell you, no, bro, you don't want to do that because it didn't work out for me or this person. Well, that's fucking you. It's not me. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll work out for me because I might be doing something just slightly different than you. Maybe you put too much mustard and I put a little more ketchup, and people like mine more than yours. You know what I'm saying? The sauce was just better. But I won't know until I try, and that's the thing. Oh, by the way, yeah, check. Oh my god, I keep saying it. Do your best to keep the word try to your vocabulary. Like you want to say, I'm going to attempt this today. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it my all on this activity today. Like, do not. keep the word try in your vocabulary. That shit's going to hold you prisoner for the rest of your life. And I have learned that the hard way. I do not use that word as much anymore because I become conscious of it. And I try to, oh my God. And I do my best to catch myself, as you just saw there, to articulate better. You know, you got to spend on your vocabulary too. And unfortunately, amidst the combat right now, it's hard to keep an open vocabulary while playing some COD. Good old times. But anyway, I'm digressing, getting away from the point here. Topic was, looking at life a little different. Well, with all that being said, I don't know what else more I can add to it. I don't know. I just hope you find your way out there because there's so much you can do, bro. I mean, so much you can do. I mean, you can probably go take sand from the beach and sell it at this point. Like, there's so many ways of getting money or doing whatever you're trying to do in the world, bro. Just go have fun. That's the biggest thing. As long as you're having fun, you are winning at life. That is my biggest thing.